Deep within the heart of the dwarf village, nestled between rolling hills and lush meadows, lived two curious young boys. Aerin, the slender, white-haired dwarf with a green cloak and a small bag of trinkets, and Borin, his brown-haired companion, equally slender, but with a cautious demeanor. The village was peaceful, but the two friends had always been drawn to the mysterious forest that loomed on the horizon. It was said to be enchanted, filled with ancient magic and secrets no one had ever fully uncovered. Despite the warnings of their elders, Aerin and Borin decided to sneak away one morning, driven by an insatiable curiosity and a thirst for adventure. As they stepped into the forest, the air grew cooler, and the sunlight filtered through the dense canopy above, casting dappled shadows on the forest floor. The trees were ancient and towering, their bark etched with symbols that seemed to tell stories of a time long forgotten. The forest was alive with whispers, soft rustling of leaves, distant bird calls, and the occasional creak of branches. It felt as though the forest itself was watching them, guiding them deeper into its heart. After hours of wandering, they stumbled upon a clearing. In the center stood a crumbling wooden house, its garden overrun with withered, decaying flowers. The air was heavy with the scent of damp earth and forgotten memories. As they approached, they noticed a small girl peeking out from one of the broken windows, her eyes wide and curious. But when they stepped inside, they were greeted not by the girl, but by a strikingly beautiful elf woman. Her name was Lyria, and she was the guardian of the forest. Her long silver hair shimmered like moonlight, and her eyes held the wisdom of centuries. She welcomed the boys with a warm smile, her voice soft and melodic, like the rustling of leaves in the wind. Lyria explained that the forest was in danger. The great tree in the dwarf village, the heart of the forest, was losing its connection to the ancient magic that sustained it. Without this bond, the forest would wither and die. But Lyria could not leave the forest. As its guardian, she was bound to its magic. She needed their help. From her cloak, she drew a single golden leaf, its surface glowing faintly with an inner light. "This leaf will allow you to communicate with the great tree," she said, placing it gently in Aerin's hand. "Take it to the tree, and it will guide you. But beware, the path ahead is not easy. The forest's secrets are powerful, and not all who seek them return." The boys nodded, their hearts pounding with a mix of fear and excitement. They carefully tucked the leaf into Aerin's bag and bid farewell to Lyria. As they made their way back to the edge of the forest, they paused to look at the village in the distance. It was a small, humble place, barely visible on the horizon, but it felt like a beacon of safety after the eerie beauty of the forest. Turning back, they saw the towering trees behind them, their shadows long and imposing, as if the forest was watching them leave. When they reached the village, they went straight to the great tree. It stood at the center of the village, its massive trunk stretching high into the sky, its branches heavy with leaves that shimmered like gold in the sunlight. Aerin held up the golden leaf, and as he did, the tree began to tremble. A deep, resonant voice filled the air, speaking not in words, but in feelings and images that flooded their minds. "The balance of the forest is broken," the tree said. "Lyria's magic is fading, and the forest grows weaker with each passing day. To restore it, you must find the spirit blossom, a flower of immense power hidden deep within the forest. It is the key to reconnecting the forest's magic. But be warned, the path to the spirit blossom is fraught with danger. You will be tested, and only the bravest and purest of heart can succeed." Aerin and Borin exchanged determined glances. They had come this far, and there was no turning back now. With the golden leaf in hand and the great tree's guidance, they prepared to venture once more into the Enchanted Forest. This time, they were not just explorers. They were heroes on a mission to save the forest and its guardian.